I survived the hurricane, everybody. And after days without power, we now have it. So GamerThumbTV is back in action. The last week has been... I don't even know how to describe it. During the actual hurricane, it was horrifying. It sounded like the windows were going to burst open. I saw like orange and blue flashes outside all night, explosions in the distance. If you don't know what that is, that's actually the transformers on the electrical lines blowing up. It happens here even during regular thunderstorms that are pretty bad. So imagine during a hurricane. It was awful. But the good news is my family and I, we're all safe. Everything could have been way, way worse. Which it was in some parts of Florida. That had to have been the craziest hurricane I've ever experienced, though, because we were following the forecast for days, and they showed heading to Florida's east coast and moving up. Then the next day, they're talking about it going west. Well, at the last, minute, this thing just stops going left or right and just goes straight up through Florida, which we're right in the middle, so it got us directly. At one point in the night, it got so bad that my fiance and I grabbed the 2 kids, grabbed the dog, and ran to the closet and just stayed in there. The worst part of the hurricane, though, was afterwards. The power went out, and oh my god, in Florida, when the power goes out, it's just this crushing heat where you cannot be inside your house. You just can't do it. We just recently got power back, and we lost power, days ago. My parents are still out of power. They live in my area too. They've been out of power since the night of the hurricane, so they've been out almost a week already. You don't realize how much you depend on electricity until it's gone. Being days without power, it's pure torture. And it was almost impossible for me to communicate with you guys, because when the power goes out, internet's going to go out. Data on phones barely works. So I couldn't even get on YouTube. It would just keep spinning. The app would just keep spinning on my phone, and it wouldn't load. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't communicate with the outside world. But everything is back to normal now, for the most part. We didn't really suffer too much damage here. I've got some branches that are about to fall over, which is fine. During the middle of the storm, I thought my dog had pissed the carpet. So I'm stepping on the carpet, and I'm like, oh, this dog better not have peed on the carpet. And then I notice it's everywhere. Somehow the water got in, I don't know if through the wall or through the foundation, and just soaked the carpet in the main bedroom. Thankfully, we rent. We're not the homeowners, so we're not responsible for the cost of the repairs, but it does take time. We had to call a professional carpet company to come out and professionally dry it. There's this huge machine running in the room for 3 days now, just trying to dry everything so mold won't grow. Ripped off the carpet, have to replace all of that. But like I said, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. I went driving around the next morning after the hurricane just to take a look at the damage. It's something Floridians do. We're nosy as hell. Anytime there's a really bad storm, especially if you're Puerto Rican, you want to go out and take a look at everything when you're not supposed to. We weren't supposed to be on the roads till like 12 p.m. because of a curfew, and then you see everyone just driving around anyways. Yeah, I did the same thing. At like 10 o'clock in the morning, I jumped in my car and I just started driving around. But yeah, it looked pretty bad out there. There's areas that are wrecked. I passed by this gas station here. It's a Citgo gas station. It's been out of business for a little while, actually. But, if you take a look at it, the roof is just completely gone. It's just collapsed. This is probably just going to get bulldozed over completely. And we took on a ton of rain. And what happens when there's rain? Well, sinkholes start opening up in Florida. This is a place about, I'd say, maybe 25 minutes from me. It's not even like a highway. This is just a regular road. It's just collapsed and sinking in. And this is part of our interstate. People drive here all the time to go to work in the mornings, from all the smaller cities to Orlando and back and forth. Can you imagine driving or walking around and then just a hole just opens up under you? It's terrifying. But everything's getting repaired pretty quickly. Here's a picture of Lake Eola in beautiful downtown Orlando. Looks very peaceful and pristine, right? Well, that lake was a sinkhole. It was a giant sinkhole that had opened up. And instead of filling it in and repairing it, they threw a bunch of water in it and made it a nice lake with a fountain in the middle. This right here is a site that's everywhere around here right now. There's power poles down all over the place. So that's why they were telling people to stay off the streets. There is literally electrical lines hanging on the roads. You could step on one accidentally, and it's happened plenty of times. People have been electrocuted and have gotten killed walking around, not watching where they're stepping. I do have some footage to share with you guys too. Check it out real quick. Hey guys, I told you if it was safe outside, I would get some footage for you for the hurricane. So, kind of starting early. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Hurricane's not really here just yet. These are like the outer bands that are hitting us, so it's a little windy, very wet. It's been raining like this since like 9 a.m. It's like 5 p.m. now. So, I mean, you can see the water just keeps coming. So, by tonight, this is probably all going to be flooded. We're supposed to get the real storm pretty late at night, all the way through tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting, and I'm hoping I don't lose power. Because I just got Destiny 2, and I've been wanting to play it. And I really wish I would have gotten it on camera, but something crazy happened right before I hit record. There was this Falcon on a car right over there. And as I was standing out here, it just flew over here. It looked like it was going to come in the house, and then it just darted up on the roof. It was the coolest thing ever, and I didn't get to get it on camera, so that sucks. Ooh, look at this. Here it goes. Oh my god. That was a pretty strong wind gust right there. See, look how the trees are moving, too. Here goes, another gust. See, it doesn't look that impressive on camera, but, I mean, you can feel it. This is Hurricane Irma the morning after. Yeah. It was insane. We lost power. My cell phone's at like 1%. Look at this. This is how strong these winds were. I don't know if you guys could tell, but that branch is hanging down. We've got a couple branches that are just completely snapped off. Taking a quick drive to show you guys some of the damage here. You can even see like these fences are just blown out. Oh, here we go. There's a traffic light out like everywhere in the city. Wow, this one's really bad. These people have had a fence up for years, and it's just, well, I mean, look at it. I have to say, driving around, the damage has been pretty bad in some areas, but you know what? It could have been a lot worse. You know, seeing how the hurricane was yesterday, when it hit us, it was a Category 1 storm. I can't even imagine what a Category 5 would be like. It's just, you can't comprehend it until you've lived it. I think I'm going to actually try to drive by, there's this area around here that's really close to the river. And that area during regular storms, it just gets obliterated. So I'm curious, but look at these stop signs. See, they're both tilted. Yeah, it looks like we've got a down power line up ahead too. My God, that's like hanging right on the street. That is the last hurricane video I'm hopefully going to make for a while. I'm tired of all this hurricane stuff. It seems like my last couple of videos have been, oh shit, hurricane coming here, hurricane coming there. I'm over it. I'm glad to be back in action. I'm working hard on making several videos for you guys just to give you a quick little update on what's coming. Just pulling up my calendar here so I know. I still owe you guys several videos. Mortal Kombat 2, game review, Scarface Midnight Movies, Stephen King's It Midnight Movies. New Metroid came out today. Metroid Samus Returns. Now, it's a remake of the original Game Boy, Metroid 2. I think I'm going to do a double review on that one, kind of like I did with my Power Rangers, Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo review. You guys seem to have liked that, having two games within one review and just kind of comparing and contrasting them. So I'm going to run over to Walmart or whatever over to pick it up today so I can get that review going. So I'm excited about that. And next month is October. So what does that mean? Halloween. Halloween is my Christmas. Everything on the channel is going to be horror related, just scary things. Well, mostly. So I've got a lot of awesome stuff planned, including a Midnight Movies episode for Halloween 2. So we're going to continue our annual Halloween review, even though this is only the second year. But last year, I reviewed the first Halloween movie, my favorite movie of all time. This year we're going to do Halloween 2. Next year we're going to do Halloween 3. And so on and so on. Along with a lot of other cool things. November is going to be a pretty big Assassin's Creed month. I've got a couple surprises in store there. Timeline. And December is going to be a very Star Wars focused month. Because we're getting The Last Jedi in theaters, and I love Star Wars. But thank you to all of you that were concerned about my well-being during the hurricane. I've got all your messages. I saw you all commenting on my community posts. I'm alive, I'm well. Everything is slowly going back to normal. Stay subscribed, stay notified. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.